So, if you don't already know, The Last of Us 2 came out about 2 days ago in North America, and I'm sure other places that I'm not really aware of. And since its release, the game has just been riddled with very bad reviews, chocked full of spoilers on Metacritic, and these are strictly user reviews. And these reviews came up very quickly. Within hours, there was thousands and thousands of user reviews of the game. So it's essentially people who there's no chance that they have played the game through. It's a 25 to 30 hour game, depending. And, the game just hadn't been out that long to be getting these low reviews. Meanwhile, critics who have assumedly played the game already are giving it very high scores, a 9.5, while the user review scores at one point were at 3.4. I think right now they're hovering around 3.6 still, so they're still getting bombed like this 2 days later with these reviews. And they're just awful. The reviews are full of spoilers. The game has not had an easy release. There's been a lot of controversy around the release. There was huge leaks, which I'm not going to talk about because I don't want to ruin it for anyone who has avoided spoilers up to this point. So, that might be part of the reason why the reviews came so quick and so swiftly before people even played the game, is just because they knew what the storyline was. They wanted to send a message that they weren't happy with it, they weren't happy with the controversy around it. And I think notably, people are doing these review bombs because of how prominent Ellie's sexuality is in the game, how canonically lesbian she is, how she has a relationship, and that's a larger part of the game than I've ever seen in any game before. It's front and center, it's there, it's not an option like an RPG or anything like that. It's who Ellie's is, it's part of her character in the world, it affects her world, it plays into the storyline, into the game. And I personally think that's why this game is getting bombed so hard. Probably not the only reason, but I'm sure a big part of the reason is that they want to send a message that they're not happy with this character and her being someone different, her being lesbian. They want to send a message to Naughty Dog, no more of this. But I don't think this actually matters. I don't think these review bombs ever really matter. We've seen it happen before in games a lot of times to send a message for various reasons. With games being cancelled or they're not happy with EA, that was a big deal. People hate EA. And we saw this happen with Batwoman, the TV show, that when it first came out, before it really aired, people were bombing because of Batwoman being portrayed as a lesbian woman in the show. So it's no stranger to media with LGBT themes, review bombing, that is. But I'm thinking this is actually a good thing. I think the review bombs at least show that all those thousands of people are aware this is happening. They're aware that there's a gay character in a game or in a show or whatever they choose to bomb. They know it's mainstream enough. It's in their frontal lobe. They're aware of it, so I think that's a good thing, just being aware that media is going in that direction, and even people who don't want to go in that direction and who probably actively avoid it are aware that this is where media is going, to be more inclusive and to be more representative of the LGBTQ community. And the other reason I don't think it matters is because of the very high critic scores. So people who are actually in the gaming industry and who review these games, and that's their job, they are seeing this representation as a good thing, presumably, or they would not be giving it the high critic scores. And they're also praising the game as something new, as their masterpiece, as Naughty Dog's masterpiece. And, it's not affected by what these people think. It's not affected by the minority, despite the large numbers of bombing, the minority of people who don't think this is okay, who think that the sexuality part shouldn't be in the game. This is the minority, because the pre-sales of this game are through the roof, the sales are through the roof. I suspect they will continue to go through the roof. This will be one of Naughty Dog's crowning achievements, quote unquote. Another quote from a critic who reviewed this game. And the creators don't seem to be bothered either. Neil Druckmann actually kind of sarcastically commented about this on his Twitter. They're not really too concerned with this review bomb. And that's my just quick thought on it. I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters, and I think it's all it does is raise the exposure of LGBTQ relationships and representation, and it's in the news. So really, these people are only bringing more attention to the problem they are trying to get rid of, which is a bit ironic and kind of funny to me. But yeah, that's just my quick take on it. I would highly recommend avoiding reading any of those user reviews. They are just, again, full of spoilers. I know they're trying to tag it full of spoilers, but some of them get through, and, you know, just like the game, don't like the game, but play it yourself, make that decision on your own, and yeah, enjoy. Take care. Bye.